Hey guys, I'm back here with Hazmatt for another one of these VOD reviews. This one's going to be between Smokk, who's going to be playing Terry, and FSharp, who is going to be playing his signature Ken. This one's pretty early on into Terry's lifespan, so I'm not 100% sure how experienced Smokk's Terry is at this point, but it should be something cool for us to talk about nonetheless.
Yeah, guys, it's Haz here. If you don't know him already, FSharp is the young, a personal favorite Kens to watch. Very technical, has been since day one, even before all the buffs and stuff. He was big time into Ken. A lot of crescent kick, a lot of up air combos you see into medium shoryu for early kills, and then Smokk, obviously, one of the highest ranked players in Canada as well, trying out the Terry for the first week that he's out, or the first time that he's out. So yeah, should definitely be an interesting one. Something to note though is that last weekend, as of this recording, at is it Don't Kick the Chairs? Is that what it was
I
called?
think, yeah, I think that's right.
Don't Kick the Chairs. FSharp was actually able to beat Riddle's Terry. So and you and I have talked about the matchup quite a bit, being mains of yourself being a Terry and myself being a Ken, and kind of both playing each other's. I play Terry as a secondary, and you play Ken also as a secondary, or used to at least. And so we've talked about this matchup quite a bit, and I think we can agree it's either like a volatile even or perhaps slightly in Ken's favor.
Yeah, I definitely think it's probably slightly in Ken's favor.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a tough one to gauge this early though. So we'll go through it and see if we can point out anything that will swing this matchup in either side's favor.
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
It'll be cool too having Smokk on the Terry, because it's not his main. I don't even think he might have been seriously considering the character at this point, but last we saw him play at a big tournament, I don't think we saw any Terry from him, at least not in the late part of bracket where I jumped in.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all the Wolf and the Ganon and all that stuff.
Now, unfortunately, we are one pull less.
Okay.
So it's kind of sad.
It's kind of like they're both scared of each other, so throwing out the power waves is a really good idea by Smokk.
Yeah, for sure.
Featuring Capcom
Oh, what a good conversion.
Mm-hmm.
I love Roundhouse so much.
That's on Pokemon Stadium too.
Oh. So he couldn't get anything off that F tilt, huh? Could he got a Oh, he just SD'd.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate.
FSharp definitely one of the most technical Kens from an offensive aspect, but sometimes he drops the SDs, man. He just likes to keep it exciting, I think.
If he wouldn't, then nobody would stand a chance.
He'd win every single game. It wouldn't even be cool. Ken would get nerfed. He knows what he's doing. He's in it for the long haul.
Gotcha.
It's like sailing with the POW loops. Like, he just doesn't want to show off the power.
Oh my god! All of these forward tilts.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's like 4 forward tilts in a row here.
It's so good,
It's such a
dude.
good poke tool. I usually don't do like more than one. I usually do like one into like a crack shoot or into a burn knuckle. Because he does have
You can cancel
confirms.
it, can't you?
Yeah. But using them as kind of like an option to set up a tech chase actually looks kind of cool there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially you get the go meter going too. People are gonna freak out and pick a bad tech option.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. I love Ken's Fair. I feel like it's such an underrated tool in his kit. Like, because everyone spams Nair, because Nair is amazing. It's so good on shield. It leads into combos or shield destruction, but his Fair is just such a good tool. It does a lot of damage too. You can KO with it too at crazy high percentages if they reach that.
Yeah. Out of shield, it actually seems really good. That's one place I don't see it used that much, that it feels really good.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Uh-oh. Oh, he could have crescented right there.
Yeah, that's so spooky. Whenever you get hit by an up air at that percent, it's like, oh boy, what's going on?
Especially against FSharp. Medium sure you got.
Oh, that was so good. Just the dash up smash. That would be the percent where I'd just be like dash attacking, like just spamming dash attack to try and get the kill. But that up smash was really calculated.
Definitely. Oh, is he dead? Oh, I think he could assure you there. It would have been close. Terry's pretty heavy though, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I think he was looking for the crescent and just something fancy, like an up air Shoryu or something. Oh god.
Yeah.
Forgot that was on the table for a second. Up air. God, what did I tell you, man? Spamming it. So when they first revealed Ken and I started trying to get a feel for that move, I was like, man, I hate this. I miss Ryu's. Wow, that was such a good parry. Holy shit.
Oh, that was
right
really
Right in
good.
the middle of the string, yeah.
Yeah, no, I
just like
definitely
that.
still like Ryu's up air a lot more. But I've seen the stuff that FSharp's been able to do with his up air, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I've got to respect this move.
Definitely. It's like Ken has all his ground combos on top of like that crazy early killing medium Shoryu in the air. And like Ryu obviously has his air confirms, but yeah, Ken on the ground is just so scary. And his movement, that's good neutral.
Oh, the dashing back and forth from both of them.
The first time we saw side B come out.
Which is like an okay option. I feel like dash attack is just like better. It won't kill quite as early. Oh, that's
barely
terrifying.
missed that. Oh, I think he should have got the kill there. I'm telling you, he's so close. Rolling. He's gotta be careful with those rolls. He's only showing up tilt.
Yeah, and FSharp is putting this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, FSharp is putting out those focus attacks too, so it's kind of sketchy for him to go in with dash attack or with burn knuckle.
Or F tilt, man.
Yeah, or F tilt. Trying to think of other things you can kill with.
The F tilt you can cancel, so I don't even know about that. FSharp would have to react pretty ridiculously fast to get out of the way, I think.
Yeah,
and he would have to be at pretty far distance too.
He probably wouldn't be able to get the level 2 focus. He'd probably get a level 1 focus, or just like dash out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because these two, like, they just want to mash on each other, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, Ken's definitely just want to mash. I think Terry's are mashers at heart too, for sure. The auto turnaround just like encourages it in you.
Yeah.
You just mash. Like either way, this jab covers both sides of me, so that's dope.
Yeah, Ken is definitely a masher. You're right.
No, Terry probably more of a masher, honestly. Just because he's got jab 1-2, and that's all you do is just mash one button with him. Ken like it's calculated mashing, you know.
Yeah, mash down tilt in a calculated way.
Love this setup. I love Lilac. Nice.
Ooh.
I love Lilac for Ken. That's a crescent up air. Ooh, he tried to read a scared air dodge.
Yeah, I actually was looking at that and I was like, wow, like Terry could die here.
Yeah, up air, medium. That's it. Dude,
wow, that was
it.
so sick. That's actually like
so
one thing about this matchup too that makes it kind of sketchy for Terry is if you're kind of like relying on those go moves.
Yep.
Ken can kind of deny those. Oh, there's a scenario where you gotta go for the weak one.
Yep.
The weak power.
FSharp looks like he's lining up the punishes right. Okay.
Yeah.
You see him laugh in the camera. He knew that wasn't gonna work, but that's the thing with focus. It's so enticing because if he hits that might be a stock.
Yeah, it might be.
It
And if it's
like
not,
upper
it's like
20.
60%. Like.
Yep. And with FSharp, he's more of like a setup guy. Like he would forego some damage to try to set up some sort of a crazy offstage play to get a stock.
Yeah, and I think that's smart with Ken. He has so many ways to end combos without like sending his opponent back into neutral, where he can just kind of like continue pressure.
Wow, dude, his grab is so stupid. I would kill for his
so
grab on
far.
Ken. It's so good, dude.
Ooh.
It's like baby Palu grab, but on Ken.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's so funny having go meter and having people just start to hold shield.
Yeah.
And then just like grabbing over and over.
Wow, that was an amazing power dunk. Called him right out. Ken's love to jump, so I guess it's not that surprising, but that was just really... Smokk is also amazing at fighting Ken. Because his brother Venom is a high level Ken from Canada as well. Top Ken in Canada for sure, if not one in the world. So he knows this matchup insanely well. That's why in those setups where FSharp is trying to like set him up for a long string and a crazy finish, he doesn't really fall for it. Like he doesn't get scared often against Ken. He knows what his outs are.
Oh, the footsies are so cool. I'm still convinced that power wave is such a good projectile.
I know we were talking about that a little bit off air, so we'll have to size up. I think that would be a good little side episode, is like comparing the three FGC character fireballs.
Yeah.
Not that Smash isn't a part of the FGC. You guys know what I'm saying. Don't be difficult. Okay.
You're like preempting the YouTube comments.
Oh, dude, I know because Smash is about to win. Wow, he should have died. Well, Smash is up for like fighting game of the year or whatever. So.
Oh right, yeah, that too. Oh, there was the weak one. That's what we're looking for.
That's not even close to KOing Ken. Yeah, like you said, the 100% mark for Ken is such a sweet spot for him because if he starts a combo near 100, he's just gonna kill you. Like he could just let you sit around 80, sit around this percent. Now go for a KO.
Like, cause yeah, he's definitely not getting another neutral opening if he gets hit here. So he's not gonna have a chance to use those go moves.
Try to dash
And
attack.
yeah,
Oh,
I was mentioning this earlier, just like so much of Terry's game is cross-ups. And that against a lot of characters, like going that far through them with a dash attack, that either kills the Ken or like he can't punish it. But since the auto turnaround exists, being able to turn around so fast with a shield is so good.
Not to mention having a frame 3 down tilt into the Shoryu confirm. It's 3,
that's
right?
true.
I was mixing up between 3 and 2.
It was
I think it's
2
3,
in Smash 4. Let me fact check myself real quick.
Yeah, check that real quick because I think it's 3 for down tilt and 4 for up tilt. I think is what it is in this game, but it might be 2 and 3.
It was I know it was 2 and 3 in Smash 4.
Yeah,
but they might have toned them back a tiny bit. Let's see. Down tilt is
I'm so nervous.
up tilt is 3 and down tilt is 2.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so it is 2 and 3. So
Yeah.
and you have the auto turnaround pair with a frame 2 down tilt that combos into a KO move that they can spam. See ya.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
they're
just a lot
both
of-
going the gross green ones.
Oh god, I'm so upset. The only thing I'll criticize FSharp on, I don't even really care about the SDs. We know why he does that. That's calculated. But the colored, man, the Ninja Turtle Ken, like I'm just over it. It's not good. look at him anti-air with that up air, by the way. That's such a great call out.
That's so good.
So good. He uses up air better and more than any other Ken. It's so good.
Ooh, I love Crack Shoot as an anti-air.
Crack Shoot's pretty like relatively lagless. Oh, that's a bad situation for Terry. Going over the ledge and Ken just down tilts. Yikes.
Yeah. Ooh, I appreciate the parry on the down tilt, but going into up smash is probably not the safest call.
I think he might have been able to up tilt there, maybe, or F something. It was hard, but now we get the go meter. No, he just runs up and down tilts, of course. Oh my god, nice.
That's
dude.
not true, but he'd have to hold down and shield, and a lot of people will try and like roll there. They'll try and air dodge. They'll try and do a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, if you hold down and shield, that jab Buster Wolf isn't true.
If you hold down and shield.
Yeah.
Cool. On all characters, or is it true on any characters, or?
I think it might eventually become true with enough rage and with the opponent at a high enough percent, but like at any relevant percent where that jab Buster Wolf is gonna kill, it won't be true.
Oh
if
god,
you hold
and
down shield.
there's that factor right there. Ken's just gonna have to play right at that sweet spot percent, like hit 2 combos, get Terry to like 80, 90 ish, and then just make sure you don't want to go for any weird Tatsu mix-ups or anything. Just go for the guaranteed stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, this does look kind of good for Ken.
Yeah.
Smokk, like I said, is so good at the matchup, and even though obviously his Terry is very new, especially in this video, I think this was the first week Terry was out, but he knows the matchup against Ken really well with all his other characters.
Yeah.
He
Also,
makes-
like the Tatsu stuff. Sometimes, well, characters with fast options can sometimes beat out Ken after he uses Tatsu, and like sometimes Terry can get jab out afterwards, but he doesn't have like that many fast options to kind of like keep Ken off of him. Doesn't have like that many like combo break tools.
Ooh, a dash attack. Okay.
That was cute.
Yeah.
And now he's at this same like death percent. He's got to really watch
He's
out.
dead. Oh my god, dude, FSharp
That was
is
so smart.
good.
Hold on,
And
let's watch that
man,
again.
it's just I know that was so good. The double dash was so
This
good.
whole stock was so clean. I respect the call out attempt on that F smash
See, like,
backwards.
his brain right there. Like, why would you end that with dash attack?
How
It's
do
a
you
good
get
option.
past Ken at the ledge here?
You don't, bro.
You
He's low key
can't.
so broken at ledge trapping. He's so even I could do it well, and I suck at ledge trapping.
Like, in this scenario, like, there's literally nothing you can do to get past Ken here. You're standing here.
Like a random crack
if you
shoot,
roll
like-
behind, like, Ken's covering all of this with down tilt. He's covering all of this with down tilt. And then he's doing these like short hop up airs that are like, hey,
And-
like I dare you to jump. Like, I'm just gonna kill you
Yeah.
for it.
And just with the jump, the thing I love that FSharp does is he goes for the up air into the confirm because he's so confident with that. A lot of Kens, like myself, for this jump might have just pulled the trigger on a Shoryu, which would cost me a stock if I didn't hit it. What in this case I would have obviously.
Yeah.
Because I saw that he's jumping. I'm not saying I would have done this. I'm saying looking at the video, if I Shoryu'd here, he would die for sure.
Yeah.
And Ken in the air, like he loves Ken is so good at scaring people into jumping and then destroying them for it. F-Sharp does it with the up air. A lot of other Kens just true short and just go for the kill.
Yeah.
But this is way less committal because watch, he'll up air and he'll fastball and be back in position to edge guard. Or like ledge trap, sorry.
One of the crazy things about this too is if you're fast enough, if you do this up air and you just input the Shoryu during the up air, you can input the Shoryu every single time. So, and then if the up air misses, nothing comes out because you have nothing to cancel.
You can't cancel it,
And I don't know if this is something that he does, but I've seen Kens do this, and it's something that I try and implement at the end of my combos as well, where I'll up air and I'll just input the Shoryu. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you're at no risk, and then you don't have to try and like react.
That's crazy because I don't even use that double dash was so good, dude. It was just amazing.
Yeah.
Read that 100%. You stayed right on top of them, and then with the autocorrect, you don't even have to guess which way you're facing. You just smash that down till confirm it and get the kill.
Yeah,
that's crazy with the Shoryu off of up air because I always buffer it and look and hit confirm it like a fighting game player. But I guess I'm working overtime when I don't need to. So there you go, man. I learned something about my own character. I knew those two pieces of information. Like if you input, Shoryu when your up air hits, obviously it comes out, and if you don't, it won't come out. But I never thought to like bridge the gap there. Like you should just be mashing it every time and then because there's no reason not to.
It's a little bit tough to like. Because it's a smaller window. You want to get it in the buffer window for the up air connecting, but not in the buffer window for the up air missing. Because if you do it a little bit too late, then it'll come out like as soon as your up air finishes, regardless of whether it connects or not.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a tight input, and it's a little bit weird to get used to. But it kind of takes away from the like, okay, I have to react here. It's like a really good option select.
For sure.
And there's a lot of times where you can use that on Terry as well. One of the times I use that is in like kind of the reverse scenario here is like if somebody's shielding at ledge and I'm pressuring them, I'll jump to like here-ish with Nair, and then I'll just input either Burn Knuckle or Power Dunk, depending on like what percent they're at. And if the Nair connects, I have a kill confirm. If the Nair doesn't connect, then I just land on top of them with it, and just like go straight into jabs or whatever. Still a little bit risky, but having that kind of like option select there ready is a really terrifying tool. Really terrifying tool.
We gotta before we end this is a good little analysis here. Between the 3 arcade fighting game characters, Terry, Ryu, Ken. Rank their fireballs from best to worst. Go ahead, and I'll give you mine, and then we'll pick up. Next time we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, I have.
You can make this a Twitter poll too. Like you should.
Oh yeah, well I'll tweet it right now actually. But yeah, so I have Terry's first, Ryu's second, Ken's third. I think we'll probably both agree with Ken's being third.
Yep.
Because it's just not that great.
It's just like in Street Fighter, Ken's the the flashy Shoryuken combo type guy, and Ryu's the sit back and throw fireballs and chill. And if he does combo you, it's like a 2-piece, but it hits really hard. So in my opinion, and this is obviously early still, no Johns or anything, but I think Ryu's is the best. I think the different tempos and styles of fireballs he can throw and control, different space and different timing, I think it's so good. The way you can confirm off of it is so good. I think Terry's a second. He can confirm off of his stuff too. Controls the ground, and this is without like factoring in other parts of their kit too, because Terry's like anti-air and all that stuff is really good, and his combo game in general, like Ryu doesn't have meter, so I don't think it's really fair to be like, oh, Terry's fireball's better because he can combo into meter. Like we're just specifically just talking about the fireball and like what it leads into.
Yeah.
But the thing with we're talking about certain matchups, I think Ryu's is better because they have similar properties in terms of follow-ups and controlling neutral and all that, but having it in the air against air-heavy characters is so important. Like, if you're playing against, I don't know, a Puff or a Meta Knight or Charizard even, or someone that has multiple jumps and, good aerial mobility too, if you want to cut off that path and throw a fireball in the air, Terry doesn't have that option, and Ryu does. And Ken does too, but I just think I would rather have
for me,
Terry.
like, if Ryu's red fireball went further, I think I'd put it as the winner. But, like, I want his red fireball to like actually be able to approach with it. I feel like when I use the short one, it doesn't actually go that far,
No.
or the slow one. which is what I like a lot about Terry's, is I can use the slow one and then actually like follow up with it almost like full stage. And
So
I love
yeah.
that.
That is sick. So on the other side of that though, if Ryu's fireball went further, you'd have to wait longer to throw out another one. You see what I'm saying? So like if it's still on the screen, you can't have two on the screen at once. So if his fireball went further, you'd have to wait longer before throwing out another one, which is kind of like counterintuitive to his natural playstyle, which is kind of fireball spammy.
Yeah, one of the nice things about Power Wave is you can like start the Power Wave input and it checks if the Power Wave is out at like as soon as the projectile would actually be active. So like I can press the B button while a Power Wave is already on the ground, and if it hits their shield, it'll already throw another one.
Wow. Okay.
Which is like kind of weird and like kind of unreliable, but it makes it so like if I'm standing at ledge, I can just like spam Power Wave, like or standing
That's
anywhere
true.
near ledge, I can just
That's
spam
true.
it. Whereas with Ryu's fireball, it's like okay, it has such a long first active frame that like you put it out there and it doesn't stop at the ledge and it just goes past the ledge and then you're in lag for 60 frames and then you have to wait to see where the where the projectile is.
Yeah,
Also-
that's true. I think that we're both kind of underestimating how good both the projectiles are at kind of ledge trapping. Terry's obviously hits on the ledge, but Ryu's, if you throw a really slow one and you catch someone, like you preemptively catch someone jumping
Like
into
jumping,
it,
yeah.
you can just get a KO. Yeah, like it's
back air or
it's pretty
something off
solid
of it.
starting. Yep, exactly.
This is like
I don't have to say anything about
tangentially,
that.
yeah, this is like tangentially related, but there's a set that we're going to be going over sometime soon whenever it gets uploaded to YouTube, which is a set between Riddles and FSharp, with Riddles Terry. And I was scrolling through Twitter real quick and I just saw Riddles tweet that he figured out how to SDI out of all of Ken's stuff, and he says that Ken is super fake now.
I feel like that's been the truth for a while, though.
And I agree, but I think it'll be interesting to see maybe not even this set that they played, but the next set that they eventually play, and see what sort of tools he's able to use to make that matchup a little bit better for him.
I'd like to see him get it done, but at the same time, hold on one sec. At the same time, in my region, at my weeklies, I play against Mars a lot, who is, if not the best SDIer in the world, one of them. Like, he's both in reaction time to SDIing and the way he mashes, he's incredible at it. And he used to get out of all my Ken stuff, and I kind of just adjust my combos when I play him. So they might cut off a little earlier, or they might lead more into tech or trap situations than the crazy stuff that we're seeing right now. So I think you just got to adjust your stuff. And if people SDI and you read it and you hit them with something else, like if I, instead of going for Shoryu and he's preemptively SDIing and I go for the input roundhouse kick, he's perfectly DIing incorrectly for that roundhouse kick and dying incredibly early for it. So
Yeah.
I think there's mind games around it, obviously. I think I'm interested to see, I'm interested, but also pretty scared to see where he's going with this. I don't know why Riddles, my son, is sabotaging Ken like this, but I'm interested to see. It's all, because if his stuff doesn't work based on SDI, I don't think there'll be a patch to fix it. I don't think that's how this works.
Yeah, no, Ken will just be screwed if like people happen to find a way to actually like ruin his stuff, like he'll just be dead probably.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, look, even when Bayo was dominating Smash 4, the joke was just SDI, and people still didn't learn how to do it really, really well. Obviously, at a top level, that changed a lot. But even then, honestly, like some top players didn't even have good SDI against Bayo stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if it's for one niche matchup in a game with like 80 characters, and you might fight one Ken every 6 months if you're a top player, I think you'll be I don't think a lot of people.
It's
will
just
invest
scary
time.
for like if you're thinking about getting up into the higher levels.
Yep.
With a character like that, it's like, man, do I really want to commit all this time to a character that if somebody like actually puts in the time like against, they can actually just kind of invalidate? So I hope it's not like super Ken destroying, right? Like I hope he's able to kind of like mitigate it with changing his combos like you mentioned.
Like Bayo, man, she all the Bayo players adjusted and found ways around SDI, because initially it looked like SDI was just gonna break her. But this says that I think Riddles is really thinking about the Ken matchup, and I think that is more credit to you saying it might not be a good one for Terry. And B, I think what he's saying might get people to think about SDIing Terry stuff more, so it might bite him in the butt a little bit, honestly, because and people are like, whoa, I can SDI. It happened with Bayo because everyone started SDIing all Bayo stuff, but then Samus players were like, everyone's SDIing out of my up air, everyone's SDIing out of my fair. Like,
That's
I
true.
didn't deserve this. I'm a Samus player. Like, why did that happen? So I think SDI is on the rise again because we're just reaching the part in the meta where multi-hit combos are a big thing, so people are trying to worm their way out of them. So I'm interested. Riddle's very, very sharp player. Tries very hard at improving at matchups and all that stuff. So I'm pretty interested to see what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I think we'll leave it at there for now. We'll come back to you guys once we got that Riddle's FSharp set done. Once it's up on YouTube. Where can they find you, Hazmatt?
Yeah, all my stuff is at Hazmatt Rules, HazmattRules. That's Twitter and Twitch. Give me a follow. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Love watching some Terry and some Ken matchup action there. So thanks for joining and thanks for having me, Locus, man. It was fun.
Yeah, no problem. That was great. I'll talk to you guys again soon.
See ya.